So yes, it runs, but it doesn't run well. You see, I didn't make it all the way around the circle in my neighborhood here on Saturday morning, November 7th. Now this wasn't the first time I got it started since I started the whole head swap. Actually, last Sunday, November 1st, is when, well, a guy I like to call MD, he's sort of my go-to, almost doctor, when it comes to car fixes, came over to help me whenever I'm at my last resort. That he's the guy who usually bails me out. So he got it running, and it was a timing issue. A lot of you guys have been suspecting that. Turns out the relationship we're looking for between plug post 1 on the cap and top dead center was not with the rotor, but rather with this thing. But yeah, today, of course, as I drove around the circle, it sputtered and sputtered, and you guys probably heard it there in the clips earlier. As choppy as it runs, I can't figure out if I'm getting way too much fuel or not enough fuel, because after it stalled, when I tried to restart it, like I had to just basically be mashing on the accelerator, but I feel like at some point I was starting to flood it because it just wouldn't remain running. There's also a lot of white smoke for a while, and I don't know what that means. I don't think that means I've got coolant in my, I don't think I've blown a head gasket already. You know, I could have done something wrong in that install, sure. But I only have water in the system right now, and I pulled the radiator cap, and the radiator still looks full after, you know, the 5 minutes it ran. So I really don't think that that's an issue. I'm guessing it's just all the oils that are just burning off from all of the activities I've done leading up to this point. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get it running again another time and set the timing to more closer to like 10 to 12 degrees advance. Right now it's sitting at right about 6, which is a factory setting for the low compression motor. Now they've got a little more compression with the GT40P heads. I think I'd probably be safe to just set initial timing more towards a 10 to 12 degree advance. And then from there, if that doesn't help, well then I'm going to consider swapping to this guy, the Holley 350 CFM 2-barrel carburetor that I bought from Jed Scott from Scott's Speed Shop. Shout out to Mr. Holley there. And you know, if between those two things I can't get it running a little bit better, between timing and then, because I think I don't know, it seems like there's a fuel leaking through the carburetor more than what it needs to on that motorcraft that I rebuilt. And if you've missed that rebuild, well, I'll leave an info card up over on my left shoulder for you guys to check out. But I think that's where I'm at. I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. What do you think? What's the next? Is that an appropriate kind of plan of action to take? Meaning set the timing first and then start dorking around with the carburetor. Should I run? Should I try to diagnose the motorcraft carburetor further? I mean, I don't know. In one sense, I think, well, Jed probably set up a carburetor a heck of a lot better than I could have, but anyway, I'll be interested to hear your guys' comments. Leave a comment below what you think I should do. If it was you, how would you plan out addressing the tune problem on this? But anyway, it's great to be making content again. Sorry it took so long for you guys to get something out of me. It's been way too long, but if you hadn't heard, if you're not following me on Instagram, we'll think about doing that. So at Straight Six Fan over there, also on Twitter. But I just launched a new t-shirt design here in November. So if you're tired of seeing the Straight Six Fan Pistons tee, there's a new one inspired by the Ford 300 cubic inch inline 6. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this episode. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't care which one you do, as long as you do one. I'm going to leave you with some other video options over here that I'd appreciate if you consider checking those out too. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this episode. Until next time, peace out.